Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, we're only 13 minutes late today. What?
Yes. Not bad.
What?
Not bad.
Madness.
We're getting amazing.
I know. Yeah, so
Don't know about that.
welcome to the Lore Maidens. We are a Scottish group of role players who are all ladies with one dude. I am your DM, Emma, or Hamalu on Tinterwebs, and I will let my players introduce themselves.
I absolutely thought you were going to say Tinder there, by the way. Just
Tinder.
throwing that out there.
Not on Tinder, saw his pals.
Okay.
That would be
Yeah.
a surprise.
Hello, I am Shell. I go by powerful_glitch on them interwebs. And I play Bashra, the lizard folk ranger. I missed a week, so that took me a second.
Who am I?
I had internet issues. It was basically like going back in time. It was awful.
Yeah.
Still have them, by the way, internet issues. So.
It's fine. We're pros at it now. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Hi, I'm Jane. On Twitch, you can find me as lame_Jane. What? Okay. And I play Ember the Fire Genasi Hex Witch. You thought I'd be better at this by now, but no. Anyway.
Clearly, we've all just forgotten who we are.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Did we ever know?
Hi, I'm Hannah, Horse Johanna, etc. Play Skip the Glouth Barbarian, supervisor of the group, only who cares, and stuff. Other things too. Hi.
Evening World, Andrew here, Casual Heresy on the Intertubes, playing Eric, the Dwarf Gunslinger, and Emma, I noticed you did not call me the fairest maiden today. I will remember this.
This memory has been made.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Emma is
I'll hold this
yeah,
grudge.
taking
Clearly
this
shocked
real
by this.
serious. Yeah.
Yep. So shocked I
Super
broke.
offended with herself.
I have forgotten.
Yes,
How
the
could I
curse
forget?
has gone through.
She's really sad about it, I'm sure. It looks
I have
like
failed you.
Mm-hmm.
So, more of that covering the technical glitches.
Glitch? Somebody
Shall
say?
we cover for her and do the
Do your rolls?
rolls?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
do
well,
that.
actually, I will take the part because I wasn't here last week.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Everyone of you, if you'd like to roll your d20,
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh, fuck.
Okay,
Okay.
DM Michelle. Who's first?
Mhm.
We'll take it in order, I suppose.
what is the order? So
It's usually
Jane.
me. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
it's Horace Johanna.
3.
Oh my goodness. And then
Natural one!
natural one. Oh no!
Wow,
Guys,
guys.
I'm super
What a start to
impressed.
this stream.
Yeah,
That
no, it is a 1, it's not 7. No, it is 1. Yep.
Definitely a 1.
Hey, she's back. We got her back.
Hey.
So we've
Hey.
done our rolls, and Andrew's telling previously on Lore Maidens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Start as we mean to go on.
Yeah.
Strap yourselves in, gentlemen and ladies.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Right.
Hold on
This
to your
may be a
butts.
disaster. Because, well, thanks for the Jurassic Park reference. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Anyway, previously
away.
on Lore Maidens. So, we had just survived an ambush by the Gnolls. Wait, yeah, we got this right. Yep, I'm on the right week.
Keep going.
Just
Roll with it.
keep
Yeah,
going.
you're good. You're good.
Power
Yeah.
through.
I'm
Power
on the right
through.
one. Yep. So after beating them, embarrassing them thoroughly, we headed off into the forest to find the source of why they were all riled up.
Mm-hmm.
Wandering through the forest for quite a bit, hearing eerie as fuck noises. We continue on deeper and deeper until we find a skeleton. That's
Wow.
standing upright.
Mm.
And the creepy bastard turns to look at us.
What?
So is the skeleton. This is a skeleton of a gnoll. And he's not alone either. More and more of the things start marching at us. So we go all Lore Maidens on them, and there is a terrific axe swing from Skip. Like, still not sure that skull has landed yet.
No, it's just circling the globe currently.
Yeah, it's in orbit or it's still falling. We don't know. Many skulls were smashed, but after fighting for some time, Skip noticed first that they were coming out of another one of the creepy black tears.
I was about to say, oh my god.
Yeah.
Sure were.
So after a couple more birds, and we beat them up to a pulp as well, and then we start to investigate the tear. Ember uses her hex witchy potions to get invisible. Sidles up to it. Starts investigating a bit further. What I can remember, it appeared to kind of react as if it sort of knew there was somebody there,
Yeah.
but wasn't quite sure.
Mm-hmm.
Eric was reloading and being a bit useless at this bit. Skip was nearby, observing and being more helpful. Emma decided to try and take a sample because there was a strand of goo,
Slough, I
interdimensional
think was the
goo.
technical term.
Slough, interdimensional demon slough,
Yeah.
connected to a skeleton that was lying at the base of the portal, so
Mm.
connected it and bleaching over it and generally being a bit bleh.
Mm-hmm.
So Ember fights the goo, trying to get a sample of it as the tear starts to close up, well stuck with a strand of it, and then Skip got involved and we're trying to find something to put it in when there was some empty vials close to hand which could have been easily used, and then long story short, we got
Rude.
a sample.
Fair though. Bloody
Fair
fair.
though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, a sample was grabbed and stuck in the party's bag of holding.
Just thrown in there, not in
which
anything.
was,
Just
which
thrown
is a great idea.
Just loose.
It
thread.
is a
put
future
in-
group's
into
problem.
yeah.
Possibly today's.
We
but,
are the future group. So anyway, mission
Mhm,
accomplished.
mhm.
The source of the null dickery has been vanished.
Okay.
So we head back in triumph to Avantgarde, report to Elgar Moyer, who it gets a bit emotional actually. He
Does?
seems to quite like us. Like
Mhm.
there was a flicker of a smile. And,
Skip. I'd say more Skip he likes. And
Yeah, you can't get nothing.
oh yeah,
Skip.
Yeah.
but by association, he likes the rest of
Oh, who have we lost?
it. Michelle.
Oh.
Yeah, we got her back.
Oh.
Okay, don't mess with my scenes like that, guys.
Wow.
Just
that
don't
was,
do it. Just don't
There
do
we
it.
go.
We're okay.
Smooth. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Can I continue with the saga?
Yeah,
You're
see
back.
me.
You're back, Michelle. Hey.
Sorry.
So,
okay.
yeah, Elgar approves of us. We load up on supplies. I make some bullets. We get on our horses and we set off
Mm.
on an adventure north to find out more about the creepy black terrace. And there were some delightful random encounters.
Sure.
Yes.
So the first one.
Unintentional plug.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah, I didn't even click that. So the first random encounter, we find a horse, a beautiful horse, which Ember immediately fell in love with.
Yes.
I had forgotten about this.
So did I.
So she goes up, casts Speak with Animals on it, has a lovely chat with this prettyful horse. No idea if Chestnut's jealous or not.
TBD.
So yeah, eventually, I don't even really know what happened. Like, I think I suggested we go find the owner, but we were more concerned about taking the horse for our own.
To be fair, it just got away from us, okay? Skip was trying to be the voice of reason. But
Yeah,
I think that this exciting horse it was just too much.
it was an exciting horse. So we
Maloney.
untied
Yeah,
him.
yeah, Maloney. I was waiting for it to see if he'd be the
Mal-
name
that was-
Malonius. Yeah.
Yeah.
My new
Maloney.
pal.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we set him free. We found his owner, who was a bit of a tit, apparently. He did, got mauled by some unidentified animal in the woods. So we made off with a lovely horse, continued on our way.
Mhm.
Another random encounter ensued.
Mhm.
Right, I'm blanking. Did we
Um,
have one before the watchtower?
No.
no, it's just those
No.
two. Yeah, it was just the.
No, so yes, it was just the...
There was a third one.
Damn it.
Was there?
When you were packing up camp for a night, Skip found something.
Oh yes!
Oh my
yes,
God! The most important
yes,
thing of the
right,
whole fucking
right, most-
game.
Yeah, more important
Apologies.
than the whole treasure we found.
I
Right,
thought that
we
was in
were-
the house. Sorry. Anyway, carry
Yeah,
on.
no. So yeah, we were setting up camp one night, and beside his tent, Skip finds an egg.
Mhm.
Just an egg, sort of chilling there. He adopts it as his own. I believe it's called Eggle now.
It is Eggle, and it has a face, and it is my
I know.
son,
Yep.
and everything will be fine.
Yep. So we've
My
somehow got a horse and an egg now. We can almost start a zoo.
Yeah.
Moving on, the third random
It may or may
encounter.
not be an egg, though. That was an issue, because I rolled such a piss poor nature check, I think. It might be a
It's an
rock.
egg.
It's an egg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Point is, Eggle is loved.
Yeah.
Eggle
Even
is
if he is
He's got
wanted.
an odd
and
but
Eggle...
loving family. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a great father. And his uncle Eric will try not laugh at him.
It's gonna be the best boy. Anyway, what happened after that,
Anyway,
Andrew? Tell us
we
now.
came across a ruined watchtower filled with creepy as fuck crows. The party was generally in favor of skipping on by because it looked creepy as fuck, but curiosity prevailed and we went a searching. Eric couldn't see anything really, but Skip did find the trapdoor with a motherload of magical items. Like
Yes.
it's a flaming battle axe, gloves, and so much good shit. Great.
Cool.
It's true, which we
So, yeah.
should have maybe spoken about before now, but here we are.
We divvy them up equally. Well, if you define it as equal.
Yep.
And
So yeah, that was our adventure last time. You're welcome, world.
Thank
very
you.
good.
Did I
Well
miss
done. Well
anything?
done.
Concise? No. Lengthy but concise.
Well, you know what? I
8
just
out
like
of
the sound
10.
of my own voice.
It's better than our usual 3 out of 10, Andrew. So congrats.
Okay.
We should
Yeah.
perhaps
Thanks.
let the
Thanks,
English
bud.
student do that more often. Just
Yeah,
throwing that out
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I've got to make use of that degree somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the group are on the road quite officially. You've been at road for about 4 days now. And it's quite exciting really because this is the first time you guys have been off and doing something that isn't Ebengard related. You're not here as the Ebengard. It's not something you've been tasked to do. You are doing this yourselves and for your own investigation. So it feels quite nice. It might be exciting for some, quite nerve-wracking for others. But you are definitely officially on the road. You have a rough idea that you guys are about 3 days travel away from the city of Midvar, which is what you had selected as your one of 2 options for traveling through this area in order to get further north. It's a brand new day. You awake in the morning, pack up after camping a little ways away from the tower because as much as you enjoyed the bounty that was there, it's good to just keep a bit of a distance from the creepy mists and the crows.
Yeah.
For the audience at home, they got a set of leather armor, which has a very fantastic +2 feature to it, shiny. A set of bracers that are +1. You got a bag of gold and 10 arrows, a broken bow, a potion of gaseous form they discovered, which I think the group are looking forward to. When it happens, I'm going to let Andrew tell you the story of the first time he encountered a potion of gaseous form because it's quite hilarious.
It's very good.
There's also the gloves of thievery. He basically turned into a fart, didn't realize he was turning into a fart, and then farted his way up a tower to escape. It was great.
It's a very relatable story. I'm sure we've all been there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
the gloves of thievery and a flame tongue great axe. So it was quite the hoard for you guys. I think the bracers and arrows are going to Beishra, correct? Just so as y'all know.
That's what I was going to ask
Yeah.
for. I was like, can I have them?
Just so you know, yeah. Because I figured, because we were thinking about armor, and obviously Beishra isn't really like a full set of leather armor wearing kind of gal. So,
Hard scales, yo.
hard scales, y'all.
Oh,
So yeah.
Oh my god, look at my cat being nice. What? Who is she?
Who is she?
She's your
It's
daughter.
a trap.
What?
Part of me thinking
This
she
is
just jumped up and went, "Oh, I didn't realize you were in here."
Yeah. Who are you?
This is awkward.
What do I do? What do I do?
Ah.
Act natural. Hi, Dova.
Yeah,
This is God.
this is good.
Dova Key.
Okay, you do you, girl. That's fine.
So yeah, you guys awaken the next morning. There is definitely a chill in the air because after having a fairly foggy stretch of the road there, it always leaves a very cold morning. There is frost all over the ground. You
Ooh.
can very much see your breath. It's kind of like one of those ones where you breathe in too hard, you get brain freeze because it's that cold.
So this week in Scotland.
Mhm,
Yes,
mhm.
pretty much what this week in Scotland has been like. I definitely hurt my lungs just trying to breathe outdoors. How dare I?
Mhm.
So yeah. But you awaken the next morning and prepare for setting off for the day.
Huzzah.
Huzzah! For the first 2 days, I am gonna have another exciting time rolling on these. I wrote up a big list of random encounters just because I quite like doing that for lengthy periods of travel. It's fun that even I don't know what you're getting.
Mm.
Yeah, and lets the
I love
dice
that kind
tell
of
the
thing.
story. You know?
Surprise,
Yeah, I know.
dragons.
I do.
Yeah, we like it, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Screw you, viewers, if you don't enjoy it. No, I'm kidding. So, Michelle, as you weren't here, can you roll a d10 for me?
A D10. Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah. I will try and roll one of my potion balls.
Oh, cool.
4.
Nice. Okay, so sorry. Random noises. It was a good noise.
Just broken it.
Kind of. So you guys set off on the road. It's definitely more inland rolling hills. As was said last week, we're kind of into the Rohan stretch of Rumark.
Majestic.
Very
Mhm.
majestic. You
Mm.
can hear that music going in the background. Which me and Andrew were singing to each other last week.
Yep.
But yeah, so you are traveling on a road that it's fairly well kept and well used. It is the main road north, at least up the western side, as there is 2 main roads north from this stretch. One that curves around the back of the Dragon's Tail Mountains, and the other heads towards the main populated areas of Rumark. You are going to the former. And as you're heading off, you don't get too far along your journey, so it's still late morning when it happens. And you guys can kind of hear a whimpering noise. Can I get a perception check from everyone?
Oh no.
D20.
Yes, you can.
Heck yeah. I'm perceptive as fuck today.
Perceptive as
Same.
fuck. Right. Bishra, what'd you get?
14.
Okay. Ember,
11. Sorry.
Eric.
Natural 20.
Hey.
Yeah, boy.
So I've started with a
Skip.
natural one.
Unnatural 20.
It's cool. That's like double. That's like double natural 20s. I want to see lots of nat 20s in the chat room. Yeah. Cool. So, Beshra, you are aware of the noise happening and where it comes from, and it sounds quite animalistic.
Mhm.
And Skip and Eric are both like, just like, doo-doo-doo-doo. You got like a little radar for it. And you look off in the direction that you can see. It's tucked in a little further to the woods, but not so far that you can't make out what it is that is creating the noise. You can't see much details from this distance in terms of what the situation is, but it appears to be a wolf just by itself, on the ground, making this kind of really sad, pained whimper.
Oh no.
You can also hear other smaller, more high-pitched noises nearby. Similar, but yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. You
Oh
can't
no,
make
not the
them
babies. Oh no.
Should we investigate?
Yeah. I
Lads.
immediately point out the sun to the
Yeah.
animal-loving party.
Oh
out.
no.
Over yonder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Animal.
And I like
Um,
hug Eggle a little bit closer to me. Just
My
hearing
baby
this
boy.
noise. My son. Yeah, yeah.
Eric, on the other hand, ensures that both guns are loaded.
Okay.
Ready to be cocked just in
Just-
case.
Yeah. He ain't no fool.
Mhm.
Fool
No.
him once.
I also should point out that I took the great axe of Flame Tongue. What was that? What it's called here? Something like that.
Flame
Yeah,
tongue,
flame
great
tongue,
axe.
Flame
great
Tongue Great
axe,
Axe, and it's my new toy, so I'm like, this is cool as fuck. So I'm just gonna take it out at the drop of a hat. So it's up for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
Sure.
I imagine through the night you guys all attuned yourselves accordingly.
Mhm.
So yeah, are you heading on horse or on foot?
Foot, because I don't want to get Buttercup into any trouble.
Foot.
That's true.
Okay.
I tie up Miss Mantu in an appropriately safe location where no harm will come to
There
him.
are several sturdy horses that are right at the edge of the woods, which means you'll only be going about maybe 20 to 25 feet away, so you'll still be very much
I think we can
still in invisible range.
probably manage that.
Huzzah.
I tell Melonius and Chestnut to speak to each other, get to know each other a little bit more because we've got a long road ahead of us.
Mingle.
Is that with speak with animals, or are you just telling them in
I'm
general?
just telling them in
human?
general.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so you tie up the horses and start to head in. I'd say the natural 20 still kind of apply as you approach, because now you have the closer distance. You can see that there is a wolf who has their back leg in a bear trap.
Oh no.
And it's looking kind of gnarly. It looks like she's been trying to free herself. And the noise you could hear was indeed a small pack of 5 little cubs nearby who are like
Moral dilemma.
they're like messing around with each other and kind of like playing around, and every now and again you can see one of them going up to the mum and just like licking her nose a little bit and just generally being near her, but she can't get herself away.
Like severe Jungle Book flashbacks.
Dude. Yeah, I'm meeting.
Needless to say, as you guys approach as a group of much larger than her creatures, she kind of shells up a little bit, gets her haunches up, and starts growling at you.
I would like to use my Spirit Seeker thing of the Path of the Totem Warrior, so I can speak with animals, please.
Okay.
So
you kind of embrace your primal connection to your ancestors, and just take a moment. You can kind of feel that strength and that wisdom kind of fill you, and
it's incredibly profound, and I enjoy it.
Oh yeah, it's a moment.
Fun.
You can swear there's a swirl of wind around him as he does it.
Paint with all the
And
colors of the wind.
he starts wolf yowling.
It's funny because like my quote unquote spirit animal is a bear, so it's it's not too far off of a wolf, but it's also a little bit more bearish.
Yeah.
You speak with a bear accent.
Yeah.
You're speaking in wolf with a bear accent.
I'm fluent in bear. So although I'm not there for like hard hitting conversation, I'm gonna try and like speak to him and be like, calm yourself. What happened to you? Wolf?
She still growls, seems confused, and just says, "Back away."
Oh my god, sorry, my cat was just nice to me. Oh my god, this is so rare.
It's like you're freaking out. What?
It's for the sake of the audience at home, that's a rare occurrence for Dova. So
Yeah, she must be really fucking cold today.
She just wants your warmth.
I'm like trying really hard not to move because I don't want her to leave. Don't leave me.
So she,
Yeah,
sorry.
you roll insight, I guess.
Okay. It'd be in that one.
She straight up told you to back off.
Told us to back off, guys.
Snarly and haunches.
So can I be watching that? Can I gauge her kind of reaction to when Skip got close? Well, Skip just said.
Mm-hmm.
You
to
can,
back
yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I would like to use speak with animals.
Okay.
In kind and be like Kaldaka. In like so draconic.
Yeah.
The word for wolf, Kaldaka. We mean you and your cubs no harm. But I'll stay still. I won't get closer. I'll just stay where I am.
She does not verbalize a response because even if she was a human, she would hold back with her words. But she doesn't. So she doesn't respond to you or tell you to back off. She's got that big kind of like heavy labored breathing of being panicked. But her more aggressive defensive demeanor eases slightly. It's still there. She's still very uneasy and clearly in a lot of pain, but she has mellowed slightly. Roll a persuasion
Sure.
in wolf persuasion.
Wolf persuasion.
Roll for wolf.
Row, row, row.
1, but it's not natural. I just have a negative
Oh.
1.
Oh.
But I was wanting to use animal friendship because I have that spell, but I know I can't do 2
Animal
spells.
friendship.
I got animal friendship.
I mean,
Best
it's been more than
spell.
6 seconds.
Friendship really is magic.
Yeah. In theory, an action is 6 seconds, so I wouldn't mind. I'd allow it.
Okay. So when I'll say like we mean you and your cubs no harm, and she kind of takes that moment of pause.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lower my stance into like a submissive wolf.
Okay. All right. I'd say that because your race is more connected to the animal world, you'll understand you.
And
Well,
I'll
I would
cast
say
that.
rather than like fully rolling over, maybe just an
No.
exposure of the neck.
Yeah, I'll get
Yeah.
low and
Yeah.
Just
Turn
roll
your
over and
neck
show your
slightly.
belly.
So, read to me the details of animal friendship.
The spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. This is what you'll have to check it. The beast intelligent is 4 or higher. The spell fails. So probably. Beast must otherwise okay, so if it's higher than 4 they have to succeed in a wisdom saving throw or be charmed.
Come on, internet. In fact, it might just be in my handle.
That's weird. My
You just
stream
go wave your arms until it's charmed. No.
Yeah, it's tiring. Hurry up. This is my giant sleeves.
I'm enjoying this.
Wizard
This isn't the-
sleeves.
Oh no.
No.
Her intelligence is a 3. It's a -4, so you're good. She
Okay, cool.
She relaxes. Not so much as if you were one of her pack, but as if you were one of her kind.
Mm.
Cool.
Relaxes.
2 spells in 1 encounter. Oofed. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
she relaxes now. More so around you than the others necessarily. She's
Mhm.
still a little hesitant with having so many big people around her because your height makes her feel more vulnerable. But
Yeah.
I think that at this point Skip would try and back off a bit because
yeah,
it
she's
didn't
not
go so well.
she's
Yeah.
not aggressive.
I'll probably hiss. Be like,
She'll
away
probably
soft skins.
yeah, she'll pipe up because you know that you two can now speak to her. So she says, my leg has been trapped. I've been here 2 days.
2 days. I will offer what like meaty parts I have. Well, I have nothing but meat really. I don't really eat anything else but bugs. Like dry meat scraps.
Go
and
full
then-
Lion King and just give her grubs, you know?
Yeah. You learn to love them. And I'll throw like the rest, a few others to the cubs and watch them go.
Yeah.
You're young, do not hunt.
Sit down.
They're too young.
How bad is the leg looking? Because if it's a bear trap, I'm thinking like
Yeah.
It's
blown.
it's roll medicine for details.
15, not bad.
It's definitely a gnarly wound. The leg seems broken, but not detached. Like it's
Okay.
probably broken the bones, but it's still being held in place. There's been blood, but because it's been held close, like if it was to be open, she might then start bleeding more profusely. But with the trap still being closed, it seems that she's probably in pain and has lost a decent amount of blood, but she's holding in there. And
What
it's probably
about
broken back.
infection? Has it turned putrid?
No, not that you can see.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
Would someone be able to heal it, perhaps?
Yeah, if I was to cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait
be
for
like,
you guys to do your thing.
Beisha is torn. She's totally thinking. She's like, the hunter has become the hunted. I know. I know.
But think of the
only the weak
babies.
may survive.
Yeah.
Bye.
Think of the children. Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You guys can probably see like one of the pups has come over and like it's probably the more confident and curious of the group, and it's still hiding behind Mum, but its head has kind of like popped up over the thing, and they're getting to that age where they're not like newborns. They're starting to grow a bit, so they're getting a little leggy, and like the ears are too big for the head.
Oh, cute.
Poking out and staring at you.
You're crying. Shut up.
I'll totally sort of overstep in the leg. I'll be is there known poachers in these woods?
I have seen hunters before, but known to keep away. I did not see this trap this time.
It is not of the way of the hunter to leave an animal struggling in a trap. This is unjust. My Vargas, I'll point to the larger of the one. My Vargas, he is strong enough to remove that which binds you, if you will allow it, Mother Kaldaka.
That's so cute.
I would be thankful. And she kind of like looks to Skip and lowers her head slightly. Skip
awkwardly bows.
This what you want?
Sorry, this is good. Yes. And then I'll slowly approach and I say to Ember, can you be on hand to help heal, please?
Of course.
Roll a strength check for me.
Just straight strength, or
Yeah, just a strength check.
I
mean, I guess I'd allow athletics because it's like.
Yeah, athletics out the fucking wazoo. You bet.
Sure.
Okay. 23.
Okay. With much ease, you kind of pull it back and wait for that click so that it's back on its springs again. And she can't necessarily move the leg easily. It's probably kind of been going a bit numb, but she pulls herself away and out of it using her front paws.
That's good. Can I be sure to close it again?
Yeah.
So that no one else can stand in it. Thank you, please. I do that. Ember, do your thing.
Yeah. So I'd quite like to just slowly approach her. And I'll say to Skip, tell her that I'm here to help her kind of thing. I know I would speak to her, but I feel like
that's fine.
Like you guys were all speaking to her. That I'll help her. I'll help her leg. So I'd like to kind of slowly kind of crouch over to her, kind of a little bit warming my hands a little bit, even though I don't need to. And like kind of cure wounds on her. Please.
Yeah. Yes, you can. She's more accepting of you because she's understanding now that the group are there helping and not there to take advantage.
Skip's just blatantly playing with the puppies now.
Yeah, they're loving
Little
it.
cubs.
rolling around. with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're, like touching my face.
It's like that puppy therapy video.
Yeah.
For you.
Too many puppies.
Eric's
Yeah.
standing back because he's not good at these things. He doesn't understand these magics. But the mustache is twitching because
Kiss puppies.
Because puppies.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's-
If it's gonna twitch or anything, you know.
How much
Puppies and
health
sausage
do you give
rolls.
her?
No, it's okay.
D8 plus your.
Yeah,
spell
sorry, I
cost
didn't
modifier.
realize we were okay. Yeah,
This
we're
is
doing it.
legit.
I know, I
For
know.
realsies and stuff.
Healsies.
6.
Okay. It's enough to get
Oh,
her
no,
leg.
goodbye.
You kind of I mean, it's probably a little gross at first, and your healing magic has that kind of warm, glowing smells of like aloe and mint. I'd like to say, you know, it's quite a healing herb kind of smell.
Delightful.
And yeah, and when you pull your hands back from healing her, you can see that the wound seems to be healing up. The bone is probably at least in the right place for the muscle and all that to kind of heal around it. She'll be limping for a while, but we'll be okay.
Mm.
So she kind of stands up and goes over. The first thing she does is go over and just kind of like checks in with all her puppies and stuff. And she gives you all a nod of her head and says, "Thank you."
You're welcome.
Super.
Howle.
You're welcome, friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And then she kind of makes like a noise to most of you, but you guys do hear her saying, "Come on then," and then the babies all kind of go scampering after her.
it's adorable.
I'd like to like call her and stop her actually. Still.
Okay, sure.
Be like
Kind of stops and does that whole, you know, like the turning head around and ears up, turns around to
Yeah,
listen to you.
yeah. From one who lives in these woods, do you have any news, any tales, any disturbances in these parts?
She kind of stops and turns her head and gives a sniff and says, "I have not been able to travel the land much recently, but I can tell that there's bad weather on the way."
Sakria.
And she kind of gives you a little knowing nod of her head. You know, that kind of like the ear tilt back, the friendly one, and then off she goes.
Oh, doggy.
I'm gonna turn to Beistra and be like, well, to everyone, for the love of God, please watch your feet, first of all. Watch where you're standing while we're in here. And Beistra, if you could use your keen senses to look out for traps, that would be good. Thank you, please.
I'm unfamiliar with these kind of traps, but I will try, Vargas.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Anything you think. Sure. I'm sorry, my brain isn't here today. You see this? This is what they look like, etc.
These traps are made out of maliciousness and ill intent.
Yeah.
They're not the way of a hunter.
No, that's what I mean. Ground traps. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Is it possible to dig that particular trap up?
Yeah.
Yeah? I want to spend the next wee while just with my mitts.
Yep. It's got a bit of weight to it because it'll be made of iron, but you can easily lift it and carry it.
Yeah, I'm taking that shit with me. Now we got a trap, guys.
Yay!
You have a hunting trap with wolf blood on it.
Yay.
Yay.
All the loot.
Yeah, but you managed to get back to the horses easy enough. There was no more traps between here and there.
That's what I
and the
was trying to
horses
say. We needed to
Yeah.
go back for the horses, but my brain
Yeah.
just fell out.
You're still speaking with animals, that's all.
Yeah,
Yes, you head back. The horses have kind of been enjoying the little mid-morning rest, munching on some grass. And are free to set off again.
I will continue to talk to I called my horse Java. I might have another name,
Uh-huh.
but my horse is just called Java because it's horse.
Uh-huh.
You are
Iconic.
horse.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah.
chat away until as much as Beisha can until the spell wears off.
Yeah. The horse is kind of like casually chatting back to you as much as it can, because obviously they're not super intelligent creatures, so it's not like you can hold lengthy conversations. He seems to find Melonius like really annoying because he's really talkative.
I think that's what Miss Man's also saying to me right now.
Yeah,
this
Miss
new
Man's probably
horse.
like this
Get
fucking
outta
guy. Miss Man's maybe a little jealous of how nice his get up is.
Yeah.
Real nice Adam.
Yeah, absolutely.
But on the whole, he's probably like shit talking it. You know when you shit talk something because you're jealous of it? That's what he's doing.
I don't know what that is. I don't ever do that.
What do you mean? I've never done it before in my life.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it right now.
Yeah. But yeah, so the horses are just general casual chat as they head off. They seem keen to get back traveling again. Excellent. So for the rest of the day, we'll do D20 roll for the afternoon. See if anything happens.
Okay. Before I forget, because I just remembered again. From that treasure hoard, y'all got 50 GP gold pieces each.
Delightful. Thank you.
Yeah. Andrew, roll me a D20.
Okay. 17.
Okay. All right. The rest of your day is fairly quiet, and around about the noon mark, when you're thinking maybe not necessarily to stop for food, you're kind of picking at whatever you have travel rations wise while you're on the horse, because you're not going at any kind of speed where that's a dangerous task. And eventually the heavens just kind of break. You can kind of get that sense. I don't know if you guys notice it or if it's just me because I'm a traveling folk / geography teacher, but you get this kind of sense in the air when it's about to rain, that sudden like cool wetness in the air.
Eric
like
feels it in his knees.
Yeah.
There's rain coming.
Knees, no.
There is a rain coming. His knees start playing up and he's like, oh, bad weather.
Wow.
But yes, the heavens kind of just open up, and there's that kind of real heavy rain comes with the big clouds. It's the kind of rain that makes you want to go to your window and open up and have a look because it's just like that heavy.
Yeah, like intensely heavy.
Yeah. The area is considered obscured vision. It is that heavy. And
Ooh.
the horses become real unhappy because the road is, it's not like thick wet dubs because it's quite a well trodden road, so the ground is quite tightly packed, but it's still wet and a bit sloppy, so they're not having it. Melonius especially keeps like making these noises, and like because the speak with animals is probably weared off, so he's making these noises and just like shaking his mane every now and again, just like, shaking out the water. Doesn't seem best pleased. And depending on how your characters feel about heavy rain, you may or may not be quite miserable right now.
Yeah, I'm not loving it.
I mean, Eric's always miserable, so.
That's true. But you'll be like soggy and miserable though.
He really is like those Scottish old men that just like, you're always like kind of baseline kind of miserable, so when bad weather or shit things happen, you're just like it's just part of the
part and parcel.
You grow used to it. Yeah.
Everything's terrible. Back in my day, there's none of this shit.
Snow
Didn't
days.
have rain.
Rain.
This is our field.
Weather.
Went to school both ways uphill. Yeah.
I was longer on the way home.
That's true.
It was a pall of darkness the whole time.
Yeah.
That's true. Can I also just apologize to Urson? I thought I'd fixed that by now. Here we are. I'll fix it again.
Oh, is it a link thing?
Yeah, and also thank you for clipping that. However, I think it's probably me looking really dumb, so maybe not thanking
is it
you.
you going?
Thank you, Arston.
Thanks,
Oh,
Arston.
Thank you for being group chronicler.
I'll revisit that.
The king. He's the bard of the group. That's what it is.
Yes.
And I
He's
reserve to
recording
take
his
back
story.
my thanks if it's
Yeah.
awful. Reserve the right.
Yeah. But yes, so it is horribly, horribly rainy. So the sky has darkened, and it's less cold, despite the fact that it's rainy. You've probably got a chill to your bone because of the rain, but the temperature from this morning, that kind of dry cold is always crisper, and it's the one that's kind of painful to breathe in. Whereas when it rains, it milds it down. So the temperatures are all right, but it's silver lining to this rainy cloud.
Yeah.
All right. Jane, can you roll me a d20?
Sure can.
As you're getting on for pre-evening.
Pre-evening. I got a 2.
Okay.
I don't like that. Okay, that okay is a bad.
And then can you roll me a d10 as well?
Sure
no.
Oh no.
Ew, no.
5.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. So you guys you have fully curved now the road, so you're heading westward. Heading to an area that is known to have marshland. It's marshland away from the road, so it's not far away, but it's not on the road itself. And you can see ahead of you that there are a few figures off away from the roadside who seem to be sitting in a cluster. Can I get a perception check from everyone? Although it's going to be at disadvantage
I
because
was about to ask, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
vision is obscured with this heavy rain.
Sure. Andrew, would you mind just moving your mic just a smidge away? Get some
Or-
heavy
or-
A bit
breathing.
windy.
Just a little
Yeah,
under
a
your
bit
nose or
windy.
something. Yeah.
Heavy breathing.
Straight in front of your nose.
Jesus Christ, no. ASMR, stop! Stop! Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So yeah, what did you get, Bishra?
15.
Okay, Amber,
8.
Eric,
4.
Skip.
16.
Okay.
Nice.
So Skip and Bishra, you can see the others you're aware that there are figures because although it's heavily obscured, it's not nighttime, so you can still make out the detail of a group huddled together. Beshra and Skip can see that it appears to be a group of orcs. They're not necessarily camping out like they're trying to attack anyone. A few of them seem to be doing something with a weapon or two, and one other one's looking through a bag. One of them's standing munching on some food. So they're just kind of chilling at the moment. They're about 60 to 70 feet away.
Would Beisha have seen many orcs? Or just half orcs, do you think?
Yeah, you might have encountered some half orcs, so they seem similar. You know them to be green versions of the squishy skins, basically. Whatever her words are. Soft skins. So you're aware that they're similar. They look a bit bigger and a bit more gnarly in the tooth than you're used to, but it wouldn't be like a total culture shock to see.
Okay.
You've seen something similar before. Skip. Well, are you alerting to the others to the present?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'll let you roleplay that out just to see what you say.
Because I'm really good with talking today.
As a group, everyone's part.
Oh.
Beisha will just sit a little further upright.
Mhm.
That's basically her. That she'll either always pause or stiffen or stare suddenly.
Strike
She just
pose.
kind of upright and
Guys.
I'd like to
Orcs.
think I'm just sitting here chatting to my 2 horses again.
Yeah.
Chatting away to them, just
It's
wondering how their day's
armor.
going.
Common.
Yeah, I'm asking Maloney to tell me some stories about his past and all that. And then I'm telling him stories about my past. I'm not really
Is
paying attention.
frowning down more than usual because the weight of water in his beard is just.
Oh.
And his
So
heavy
heavy.
armor.
Yeah. He's got a smell.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Guys. Orcs, right ahead. Iceberg,
Oh.
right ahead.
Over yonder.
Yeah.
Iceberg right ahead.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't do this today. Goodbye.
Too bad. So
Out.
Good day.
Okay.
No, like I'll
chatting.
sincerely point them out to them and be like,
Yeah.
that when they may not hear us approaching because of this rain or whatever, but yeah, just FYI, they are there. What do you guys think about that? Tell me now.
Can I get a history check from y'all? And Ember and Eric get advantage.
Interesting.
And I'll tell you for why when you roll.
For a
Oh, that's
while.
good.
This one.
Oh
Oh,
my
fuck it.
god. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Beshra, what'd you get?
4.
Okay. Seems legit. Ember,
What?
what'd you get?
17. Thank goodness.
Okay, and Eric.
18.
Okay, and Skip.
14. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on tonight. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it's legit that Bersha would have a low number here because she's not familiar with this area at all. So the history of these guys isn't going to be known to her. Skip, you're probably aware that there is an orc camp, like a permanent orc camp.
Yeah.
Relatively nearby. You're aware of it because you know that sometimes people have issues with them, but they're not a common problem for Evangard because it's kind of equidistant between Belmar, which is a city on the east, Loxby, which is the small village next to Midvar, the city you're going to, and Calford, which is where you guys are from. So the Evangard kind of share jurisdiction in this area, if you will. Should people be trying to look to hire out. But Eric, you have quite an awareness of these guys because they're near some hills. It's not part of the Dragonsdale Mountains, but they're near the hills, which are to the south of that. And Ember, we are very close to the marshlands and swampy area that you have spent quite an extensive amount of time running away from your homeland. So you spent quite a bit of time in this area, actually. And you're aware that it's called the Yota Orc Camp. It's just called Yota to the orcs, but it's the Yota Orc Camp to those who are not the orcs. And it's been there for quite a long time. And for the most part, they relatively keep to themselves, and so the townsfolk don't tend to create too much of a ruckus in trying to kick them out. It's just a
be a person have a spelling of that.
Yota.
No.
Yeah. Nice and easy. I mean, there's a lot of things in D&D that are spelled more complicated than they really need to be.
I stand by my question. Whatever.
Yeah, Yota.
It's like rolling those checks. The door is not locked.
Yeah, exactly.
I could have figured that out easily enough. I didn't need to roll for that.
Yeah.
Apologies, as you were.
Yeah. So you're aware that they don't tend to be the kind who go looking to raid people or be overly aggressive on the roads. They hunt predominantly in the hills and towards the bottom of the mountains. So they're not usually the kind of orcs that you're going to be like, oh, it's orcs, let's kill them. Because they fairly keep to themselves. I mean, there's definitely a healthy amount of racism on both sides. They're
Healthy.
not super keen on most other people. They maybe have a passing acceptance for half orcs and mutual respect, I guess, for Goliaths. Because they're fairly nomadic as the orcs are. Everyone else, scum. And most people look at them as also scum because orcs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's tensions, but it's not outright. You better be worried if you camp up near here because they're going to come and rob you blind in the night. Thing.
No, but that's what they tell the kids.
Yeah.
I feel.
Casual
so
races
they
of
don't
D&D
go running
edition.
away too far from the camp. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to ask, does Ember tell us that she knows this place?
I was just going to say, I'll say this place, I know this place very well, and I feel if we just keep going past these orcs, we'll be okay. I mean, just don't bother them, they won't bother us. I hope.
Eric gives a harumph of
I hope.
agreement.
I like your confidence. Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll just keep going on by. They're just, they live near here. They have a camp, but they don't seem to be too much trouble.
Yeah.
If we stay out of their way, that is, I'm sure.
Eric agrees, adding that as orcs go, Yota are all right. Keep out of their way; they'll keep out of our way.
Okay. I agree, guys. A+. Super inclusive.
Yota.
Yota.
I'm sure works the word over her like tongue. Yota.
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 You are aware, however, that for evening they're clearly hunkering down a bit where they are, munching and sorting themselves out. But
How organized does this camp look? Is it like an established kind of, like, do they have watches or are there guard towers?
you can't actually see the Yota orc camp. This is just a small collection of them that are
Right. Sorry, I'm
traveled
with you.
closer to the
I'm
road.
with you.
Yeah. The Yota orc camp's maybe about half a day travel
Inward.
inward, in towards the center of Rumark. You guys are kind of skirting along the western coast.
Okay,
currently.
that's fine. I was just a little bit concerned that we might be camping a bit too near them. I think. So it's kind of turning evening, settling down. We should find somewhere safe to camp for the night, etc.
Sun is setting.
Is there anywhere obvious, or should we send Beisher as a wee scout or something?
That is your choice.
Can I roll for obvious?
There's sure. Roll perception.
Perception 14.
I mean, it's the kind of road where people often will camp relatively near it, because the further away from the road you get, the more likely you are to encounter something. It's kind of like Skyrim logic. Stick to the roads and you won't get attacked by saber cats. But
My ass, that does not ever happen. But okay, in Skyrim, I mean.
I'm usually safe enough for the more wild. I mean, you're still gonna get dragons swooping over you, but
yeah, exactly.
it's the wolves that get cheeky. But anyway, yes, you. There's a couple of spots here and there. It's kind of hard to tell because it's really rainy and it's getting darker now. So, particularly for those of you without dark vision, it's trickier to see a camp because although it's not completely sunset, it's still heavily obscured. There's nowhere dry. That's my point.
That sucks. Ember, go soak up all the water and dry it. Do that. That's a thing you can do, right?
It's a giant sponge.
That's
That's what I do.
That's something you can do. I believe it.
Turn his SpongeBob.
Fun sponge, more like. Hey-oh, pew pew pew. Yeah, okay.
Good.
I know, right?
I mean, there's not a lot I can do. I can, create a flame for warmth, but other than that, I'm just a sponge, Skip.
I'm not a sponge. Okay, well, in that case, I think we just need to commit because this weather ain't stopping for no one. No one.
New win.
No one.
New win. New win.
Yes, there is no win against this weather.
Be mean to me. I've had a long day.
Sorry.
Fuck it. Make your own camp. Skip's walking away. Screw
Skip's
you.
going
home.
in, he's fine.
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
God, he's such a diva.
Yeah.
No, that was just a moment of super unprofessionalism. I come back, I'm like, sorry guys, it's dreich today. It's awfully wet
Wow,
and
Scottish
cold.
word right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric agrees as he wrings out his beard.
Yeah. Skip. Is that Baisha rolling over? Dreich.
Yeah.
Screw it. We'll just go and camp. I'm gonna go and set up my tent, like stomp away like a petulant child. Good day.
Alright.
Yeah. I follow, not really realizing they're in that much of a grump. I'm just like, oh, we're going over here, are we?
I'm not really. It's
Same.
just the weather's getting to him. He's not loving it.
Okay. So you guys kind of find somewhere relatively safe, fairly covered. Skip's tent is covered, so.
I was laughing at Andrew's giant thumb there.
Yeah, sorry, there was a suspicious hair on my camera. There wasn't one of mine.
Stop.
Please no. Please no.
Please stop. Too many thumbs.
So you're setting up for camp. Are you
Okay.
just all hitting the proverbial hay?
Aye.
I think we're just gonna try and like actually just warm up because I feel like we're just like sodden to the bone, you know, that kind of weather. Ember, can you get a fire going, please? A subtle fire that'll warm us but not bring enemies. Perfect.
I can try, yeah. Do you have your tent up?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is my tent.
Would it be safe for me to like light it in there? You know, like a small one?
No, not in the slightest. It would also light it up.
Everyone shook their
Wait, if
heads.
it was a big one.
It would light it up like a fucking lantern.
It's not a yurt.
Well, he's
No
big,
flaming.
okay? I just have to ask. He's huge.
This is my portable yurt.
It's a
Jesus! Never ask me a question
as
again.
in one skip tent.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep myself warm. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, you're feeling fine. You're nice and toasty. You don't care.
Oh man.
Mm.
Chat
Flame
saying
here, don't
chat
care.
is saying there's only one way to find out if you can light a tent in it, and I'm
That's
disagreeing.
true. That's
Light a
true.
tent in it.
You know what I mean?
Ever
Fire in the
warm.
tent.
Mute yourself. Okay, yeah, well, I'm like, well, you guys can huddle around. I don't think it'll be any way of me really lighting a lot of wood here or anything, because
Yeah.
it's all wet. So I can create a little fire for a little bit, but girl's gonna sleep, yo.
Eric briefly brings out some of the janky bullets.
Okay.
Briefly considers, could we use these? And then just, that's a stupid idea. Because, first of all, gunpowder is going to be sodden. It won't work.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
also, no, we're not throwing explosives in the fire, Eric. Don't be stupid.
No.
So instead, he decides to warm himself another way. And I'm going to get a prop for this.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
I like it.
The
Just
Scottish
one
way.
excuse for a swig of whiskey.
The Scottish way. Good.
Mm.
Yeah. So he's
Chin chin.
chugging his whiskey. Amber is ever warm because her hair is literally fire.
Flame.
Pure flame. Her head's
Um,
Don't do that.
Skip is resistant to cold, but he is worried about his friend Baisha being really cold. And also Katie.
But the fire's on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm practically almost inside it. No, I'm like as close as possible.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not a
the
big
rain-
fire because obviously the rain is still quite
Yeah.
heavy. But
Yeah, the rain doesn't bother me. The chill is there, but
yeah.
but it's just being lizard folk would just accept it and move on. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
If
Quiet.
anything, it's
maybe
Yeah.
more so than normal, but
Mhm.
sluggish.
just yeah.
Okay.
Sluggish, definitely. Yeah.
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 So are we all just going to sleep?
Yeah, we should
No,
do
no,
watch.
no.
you said.
Because I'll easily take watch first because I'm producing this flame for now. Keep Beisha warm. So I'll take first watch.
Eric will volunteer for second. And you'll keep an eye out for any dry firewood or that could be piled up for later use.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say to Beishra that I will happily take her watch as well. If she's cold and not feeling well.
And no need, Vargas.
Are you sure? Okay.
God, I love their friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Which would you rather have, Beishra? Third
I
or
will
fourth?
take last.
Last. Third it is for me.
No.
Third it is.
I'll take last. Third it is.
Amber, roll my perception check, please.
This is revenge, Hannah, for the Drenema incident.
9.
No.
9. 9. You just said no in German.
9.
Okay. It seems fairly quiet. Mostly all you can hear is this really heavy rain. If anything, it sounds like it's getting heavier. Although mostly it's kind of hitting you and it's sort of like turning to steam when it's hitting. Because you're toasty. Yeah. Your watch goes by fairly uneventful.
Okay. Who's second?
Eric.
Eric.
I love how
I
it's
can't
still
stop
laughing.
What's she giggling about now?
I'm really, really tired today.
I think
Fine.
she's laughing about the whole third thing still.
Oh.
I don't want to actually move from Beisha because I'm trying to keep her warm still.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be like, Eric, like quite like a loud whisper.
Okay.
And then
Do I need to take a perception check with disadvantage for that?
It's a Constitution saving throw to see if you are awoken.
No.
Nope.
Natural one.
He is snoring his ass off. He had one too many whiskeys.
okay, so I'm like Beisha, like kind of. I don't know if Beisha's leaning on me or like what's happening. If she's just gotten in real close. I'm just like I slowly ease away from her real quick and run over to Eric. Cause I'm not doing it as gently because I feel worried for Beisha. I know it shouldn't really be, but I'm trying to keep her warm. So like I shove him. I'm like, Eric, your watch. Get up! And then I walk away again.
Fuck off. What?
Feck, drink.
Arse. That would be an ecumenical matter, Father.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So you are awoken. Can you roll a perception for me on your check?
That would be a 13.
Nice. It still seems fairly quiet. There's not too much. Again, it's mostly the sound of the heavy rain that you're hearing. It's kind of miserable. And every now and again you get that really big rumble. You can hear that there's definitely a storm. It's not overhead here, but it's over more towards the center where the mountains are. You can hear this big rumble. But your watch passes uneventfully. Other than that.
Delightful.
Yep.
I'm saying delightful a lot tonight.
Delightful.
Things are usually quite delightful.
Yeah.
Right. I will. So wait, it is
Skip.
Yeah. So I'll go over and shake Skip awake.
Okay.
Your turn, big man.
Thanks, Eric.
And Eric just
I
flates
wake
pants
up
into
and
his bed.
everything's great, and I roleplay successfully.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll for roleplay. No, okay.
No, do it, please.
Roll
please.
for a perception check for me.
Sure. No, I'll get up and I'll not be very perceptive. 7.
Okay. Not much going on at all.
At this point, like, legit, he's cold through and through. Even though he is resistant to whatever, to
Yeah,
cold, but
he's resistant, but he's not immune.
he's not
so-
immune. No, absolutely. And he just really sad in the rain. Yeah. That's all. He's got his woolen hat on. Doesn't see much.
Okay, your watch passes by real uneventful.
Sure. I'll go and wake up Beishra. Successfully.
Mhm.
Beishra, it's your turn, pal.
Yeah. She's all quiet because it's cold. Where Beishra?
For Beishra. Can I like stoke the fire a little bit
Sure.
for her?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my rats are having a party just now. Sorry, you can hear them.
At least yours are awake. Mine are never awake.
Have
They
they
were
gone
awake
back to sleep
earlier.
again?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Bless.
Beishra, roll a perception for me.
You want this?
No.
Oh well. Anyway, 9.
Okay.
You're terrible at this, guys.
Mm.
Yep. You don't hear too much. You're aware of a noise. I mean, it could be thunder. Doesn't really sound like thunder, but what else could it be?
I don't know. I'm asleep now and everything's great.
Yep. But it passes and you guys are unhindered.
Shit, I just remembered I was going to be talking to Eggle. Oh well, here we are. When I went back to my tent, I like sang to my egg. Just quietly.
Now
Snuggled
sing it,
up and
No, you
sang
have
to
to
him.
tell us what you're singing. Or show us what you're singing. You can't just say I was
Sure.
singing to my egg. Sing a song.
This is my egg. And
Okay.
that is all you're getting.
This is my egg. It is my egg.
This is the egg that
It's an
never
egg.
hatches.
The lovely egg.
His
Beautiful
name
Sure,
is
moved it from his
Eggo.
nest and has died on the way.
I love you, egg.
You may be
I mean,
a
you're
rock.
there's definitely not a bard in the party. Let's put it that
No,
way.
no. Absolutely not.
No.
This is my egg.
But yeah, morning comes.
Hmm.
The rain has mostly stopped. There's still like a light drizzle, but the heaviness has stopped.
Okay.
And you're free
Um,
to pack up your camp and what have you.
I'll although I'm 100% sure that it's sodden and gross, I'm gonna fold my cape into a basket and give everyone some fruit because we need some vitamins. So guys,
Yep.
help yourself.
You
Have some fruit. Fruit, anyone?
Oh.
Fruit.
breakfast fruit salad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Eric's on autopilot right now. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, that's
Beishra
fine.
doesn't
Take
eat
some for
fruit.
later. Beishra.
Munch.
I'll have an apple. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go around and give some food to the horses,
Okay.
and I give an extra
you-
apple to Miss Man too because I'm feeling
Oh.
that way inclined to do.
Yeah. They seem happy enough to get the treat, given how miserable it's
Yeah,
been
for sure, for sure.
weather-wise. As you're packing up the tent, can I get a perception check from you all?
I'm gonna swap D20 because this is a shit show.
Yeah, this is a shitty one.
Yeah, this one was doing well.
Dice drill.
I've been through 3 D20s tonight. Like
I only have 2, so
I have
I have to.
a few.
Oh my god, it's glorious.
Okay. Beishra, what'd you get?
8.
Okay. Ember, what'd you get?
17.
Eric, what'd you get?
9.
Okay. Skip.
19.
Okay. Good.
Mixed bag.
Yeah. Skip and Ember. The others, you don't really hear much. You're still kind of miserable from the general weather. And however, Skip and Ember do hear a noise. It's like an almighty bellow, but like the kind of bellow you get from like bison and muskox, kind of like a big
Mhm.
kind of noise. You can hear that and some shouts and cries and the sound of what appears to be battle.
Oh no.
Mm.
Do I recognize it as like spoken cries or just kind of
General angry fighty cries rather than anyone saying anything in particular.
Okay. I alert the group to this, guys. Seems to be a fight over there.
Okay.
But like, we don't know what we're getting ourselves into, so just be prepared for anything, basically. Can we? Have we packed up, or are we still packing up?
You were packing up when it happened, so I would say you're pretty much done now.
Okay. What do you think?
Now that the others have been alerted to it, you can hear it as well.
We can maybe go have a look to see if anyone's in danger, if it's actually a fight or
It's those
someone-
pesky reenactors again, just in a reenactment of something. What else could it be, Amber? Come on.
No, I meant like, are they fighting or is someone being like robbed or something? I don't know. Someone needs
Yeah.
our help.
Is it a pitched battle
The
or some
hell?
sort of mugging?
Yeah. Jesus.
Mud wrestling.
It's a fucking Renaissance fair around the corner, you know. Just,
yeah. Eggle. Huh? Yeah. So you guys, it sounds like it's back slightly along the road from where you came. Not far, but back a smidge.
Okay, cool. I want to see who's fighting more than anything. I don't really.
Okay.
Yeah. For reasons.
So yeah, I'll say as you go back, now that the area is no longer heavily obscured, you can see, and it's easier to see it initially because the creature is so big. It's large, in fact. Kind of hideous looking monstrosity is currently trampling over the camp of and fighting with those orcs who are trying to
Oh shit.
defend themselves. When you turn around, you see this creature whirling this tail, which seems to have like a hard, like spherical part to the end of it with bumps on it. Just turn around and bludgeon this orc, who basically goes flying in the air and lands on the ground with a sickening crunch. It seems they're getting trampled by this large thing.
Skip laughs at that sight, even though it's not a laughing matter, but it just tickles him.
It's one of those nervous laughs.
Yeah,
Like,
he's like,
Oh, he's not moving.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Oh, he's dead. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you say it was a monstrosity?
It's a strange looking creature, rather hideous. Roll perception for me, and I'll give you a visual description.
that's fine.
Sure, just to see who's picking out what.
This dice is even worse.
It all started so well.
Well, actually, it started terribly for me, and I thought it'd get.
Oh, that's true.
Beisha, what'd you get?
9.
Okay. Amber, what'd you get?
19.
Hey. Eric, what'd you get?
10.
Woohoo!
Moving on up.
Middling, yeah. And Skip.
4.
Okay. For most of you, it's a big, like, large, brown, furry, grotesque-looking creature with a smallish head and this weird whipping tail. Ember, you kind of take a moment to study it, and I'll say that given your background in the swamplands, you've seen these creatures before. They have like a large, almost like a humpback, the way that the back part of a mammoth has those, you know, the way its shoulder blades come up quite hard into like a bump. Its tail is whipping around with this big like mallet-like thing on the end of its tail, and its head has pointy fuzzy ears and these tusks that come out and curve up around the front of its face. You know it to be a creature that lives in the swamplands. You maybe don't necessarily know the name of it, but you're aware of it as a creature. You can get more later if you roll a nature roll. But yeah, you've seen something like this before. You're aware that they're super dangerous and aggressive and gross. And it seems to be coming out and attacking these orcs that were just a little too close to the swamps, maybe.
Okay. So I immediately turn to Skip and I say, "See, this is what I was talking about. They're clearly needing our help. This thing is dangerous, and I think we should help them."
I agree. Sure. I mean, it's not our fight, but
Dandelion as agreement.
if you feel that way, yeah, always happy to help people.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Everyone else? I
It's
go
not
riding
our
my
fight.
horse.
Eric's already got the guns out and cocked. He's ready to
It's
shoot.
not our fight, but this thing. Can I roll specific? Well, is it a quote unquote monstrosity?
It does not look natural.
Okay. I feel like if I point that out to Beishra, it doesn't look like it's a thing of nature, Beishra. Does that change
I
your
will follow
opinion?
Vargas.
Okay.
Mhm.
Onwards.
Tally ho, pip pip. Sure. So you guys can go charging up. You can see there appears to be roughly 4 orcs left who are mid-battle, fighting this creature who has just whipped his tail at another guy, but the guy kind of like ducked out of the way in time. Can I get initiatives from everyone? And I'm going to try and see if Roll20 is playing ball. Sadly, Roll20 was being a bit of a nickum to us earlier, everyone, but
A bit of a what?
a nickum.
And
Is that a
do
Doric
you not
thing?
know what a nickum is, Andrew?
I know,
No.
geez.
Is that a Doric one?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think. Is it dark?
I don't know. I've literally never heard that in my
Me
life.
neither.
Have you not?
No,
No.
a nickum.
If you're being a nickum, you're being like a little annoying person. Like, if a kid can be a nickum, stop being a nickum.
Even for a Scottish word, I think you made that one up.
Yeah.
I didn't make it up. I've heard it used a lot.
I don't
I
think
agree.
that's a thing.
It is a thing.
See, where I come from, the word for that is we shite.
Yeah, we scroot.
Well, nickum is like the way of saying those things without swearing. It's like school-friendly
Where's the
version.
fun in that?
Scroot isn't a swear word, it's just a gross word.
Very gross.
She's not wrong.
Hmm.
Did you know for a while the scientific name for Megalosaurus was based off the word scrotum? Because
Is
the
it like
bone
a
that was
giant
found,
Daddy bag.
basically, yeah, because the big bone that was found, the bottom of it looks like a pair of balls. So
That's funny.
Big old
a
pair of
Victorian
balls.
gentleman called it scrotumnum or something like that.
That's funny.
Beautiful.
Roll20 is not owning, so unfortunately you're not going to get battle music, everyone.
No.
Sus.
Yeah, we just got this
Can I
peaceful ambient.
Yeah.
yeah, make a point that I don't. Obviously, I want to join the battle, but I'm not
Yeah.
like hauling ass into it. I want to, kind of stay on the outskirts
Observe.
and do my
Fine.
thing.
Right.
That's true.
Base, what do you get?
This is a horrible idea. Okay.
Beishra got I'm +1, so that's 10.
And Case.
He got 20, not natural.
Of course. Ember.
A 13.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I was like,
Eric?
"Oh God, did I roll it?"
Yes, I did.
21, please.
Nice. And Skipo, Riverfist, Thulugate.
That would be another 4. Thank you for asking.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that is staggering. Staggering rolls.
You're getting the hang of this, guys. Getting better. It's not how
Go.
rolling dice
Right,
works.
we've got an order. So first to act is Eric. You guys are on the approach. You can see 4. They're kind of all flanking around this giant
Can-
creature.
I just interject. Would it be okay for a break maybe soon? I don't know if you want to do it before the battle.
Not sure, just because we started a bit late, but we can take a break now if you want.
No, it's up to you. It's your shout. It's just, sorry, it's just for time and stuff. But no. We'll go. Yeah, you call it. You call it.
No, it's fine. We can take a break now. That's fine. We can go back to usual normal timings then.
Yeah. We weren't
Sure.
too late, to be fair. We
Yeah.
actually weren't today, which is novel.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay, well, hold on to your butts, because that'll be after the break. Hi, back. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Sorry.
hello. We've been refreshed. I hope you have been refreshed. Before we jump into the battle, I had one thing I wanted to say. We have a friend and fan of the show who isn't able to be in chat super often because of work and time zone reasons.
Mhm.
But she made our first bit of fan art recently. I did
yes.
tweet this out, so some of you may have seen it. But for those of you that haven't, we have this
Super
wonderful
intensely
cross
cute.
stitch.
So
Yeah.
awesome.
It's like this interesting. It's meant to be like a watercolor kind of pattern, but
Mm.
we did it in the team colors. So
I love
Very,
it.
that's
very
our,
cool.
our
So
first little bit of art, and I'm gonna find a way of putting it towards the back. Not that you can see, make out much detail. Maybe I'll stick it like right there.
cute. Just on your face.
Just on my face.
Where it's available.
I am the
As a
moon.
hat.
Yeah. I already have a moon
When you are
face,
the
you know.
moon.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, just wanted to say thank you to Jessie. She goes by Jessie Marine 003 in the chat usually. So you may have seen her around, but yeah, she made that and sent it over, and it's
Very
super
talented.
cute.
Very cute.
Yeah.
All the way
Really
from
smart.
America.
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 Fuck
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
So yes, thank you for that. Lovely bit of art. Without further ado, let's do and do. Hey. So yeah, you guys had just kind of come charging in, if you will, tentatively holding back. What's happening? What's the situation? But running up either way. And it was Eric who was up first.
Pew pew.
Pew pew, motherfucker.
Pew pew. I'm gonna aim high up on this monstrous beastie.
Yeah, it's
to
pretty tall.
ensure that I'm not accidentally hitting the orcs top
Okay.
of his feet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
So dandelion, go.
I choose
14
you.
to hit.
14 meets to be.
Yes.
Well
I'll
done.
take 7 damage, please.
Congrats.
7. Nice. There we go. Excellent. You pew him, and he lets out another honking bellow. Because I always envisage it being like a boar kind of. Yeah, it's nice. Excelente. Kason is up next.
Kason will not be doing anything. We'll pass his turn.
Okay, he's
Okay.
just chilling.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Dude, same
So
things.
next up is Ember. You saw this thing kind of like turn its head towards Eric after it got shot and letting out this bellow, and its breath stinks. Like it is foul
Stanky.
as it makes that noise in all of your general direction.
Ew.
Are
For
the
everything.
orcs like up close in battle with him?
They're kind of in melee, yeah. They're 4 on either side, but because it's a large creature, they're like 5 to 10 feet away from each other.
Okay. I'm just gonna do a fireball at it just to test
Okay.
the waters. to
Yep.
begin
Mm-hmm.
with. 14! Holy crap!
Excellent.
Or
That
it's like,
yeah,
oh.
that hits. Well done.
Yay! For 9 damage!
9 damage. Well done. Cool. Wonderful. You sort of smack it on the side, and then there's like the smell of singed hair in the air, but it's like singed, rotten, foul hair, so
Yeah.
it's even worse.
Yay.
And it lets out another noise of dismay at that. Beishra.
Shit. Right. So are we in a foresty area?
No, it's fairly open area here. I mean, it's a rolling-ish kind of landscape, so it's not totally flat.
Oh, I see. Okay, right.
But
Yeah,
you're
that's
in a flatter part of it because it's where these guys were camping
fine.
out.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So the other two have shot towards it, yeah?
Yes. Yep.
And I will do so in kind. I will do Hunter's Mark, and I will
Hunter's Mark.
shoot an arrow.
Okay.
Right, remember that. So 5, that is 6, 17 plus 2, 18.
18 to hit. That does hit.
Cool. Yes, and Hunter's Mark. Just singing to myself. Okay, that's good.
Suck a
Hunter's Mark.
dick. Yeah.
Yeah, hit him with a hunter's mark.
It's 6 for the arrow, and then just 1 for the hunters.
Got it. Okay. Successfully hits, and he has been hunted. Excellent. He's still making loud, angry noises and like trying to trample people with his weird poof things. Oop. It is now the orc's turn. So I'm gonna let them all go together. They're all gonna attack with their big great axes. Oh, that's not going to hit. First one is not successful. Second one is successful.
Yay!
He does 9 damage. Well done, well done.
Hey, DM controlled characters aren't out to kill us.
Yeah.
Well done, nameless NPC.
Yeah, orc number 2. Orc number 3 is also not successful. They've taken a bit of a beating, so it's number 4 succeeds, however.
Oh, go on your cell number 4.
Oh, cocked. For 12. Okay, well done, guys. It is now this creature's turn.
Much. Hey.
It is going to
Well
look
done,
towards
Dawson.
arc number 4, as he is one of the ones that's in melee and he's near the front, so it's kind of the first thing that you can see. And he's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. Hey! Roll a natural 20. Well done, orc number 4.
Oh,
Um,
he's my favorite.
Guys,
half
a
as much.
ninja.
Yeah.
He can come back.
He
Number
is going to
4.
have to take.
Orc
Number
number 4.
Pray for him though, because he's taken half of 8d8.
Oh man.
Oh no, not number
Orc
4.
number 4. Orc number 4.
You can do it, number 4. We believe in
Number
you.
4 for the win.
It's a satisfying noise. Right. 4, half of which is 12. He takes a whopping 12 hit points, is looking rough.
No.
As this creature looks at him, and it's the strangest thing. It's a dark, creepy beam of energy that comes out of this creature's look. Look, his eyes, as he looks at him, and he casts a death ray on him.
Oh,
It's pretty
shit.
hard.
Death Ray. Let's go to Death Ray.
He smized.
He smized at him and did damage. He's still standing though. Well done, number 4. Well done.
Mhm.
Number 4.
Number 4.
four.
Right. Skiff, it's your turn.
I would like to charge into this thing and like flame on with my new great axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get close, can you roll the Constitution saving throw first of all?
Shit. Yes.
Yeah.
Woo.
It's also something that I'm pretty good at, not gonna lie. 22.
Nice, you succeed. So you get the impression that there's this odor so strong around this creature that a weaker man
Noxious.
very affected by the
Yeah.
smell, but you've steeled yourself to such things, and you've lived among some really smelly.
I think to
Goliaths, so-
myself, it smells like Eric.
What a
Lol, lol,
wonderful
lol. And then still go charging into
La,
battle.
la, 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 la.
Your flame axe.
Yeah, pretty
He's
much.
literally flaming on the battlefield. I like it.
Thank you,
Trying to
thank you.
shake dice while
Yeah,
swearing.
yeah.
Yeah, right back at you, buddy.
You're free to take your turn now.
You've been so rude.
Is it the same stats as a great axe, but with a 2d6 extra fire damage?
Fire. Yeah.
But okay, that's fine. So 23 to hit, please.
That hits.
Thank you. Hit. Oh my god! Oh, I forgot my
Hello?
barbarian rage. God damn it! It's fine. It's fine. This round is fine.
It's you.
Suck a dick.
Suck a dick.
8, 10, 13 various slashing/fire.
No.
No.
No?
Apparently no. Just no.
Sorry. I was
No.
knowing at my own. I was knowing
No.
at my own maths.
No.
No.
Excellent.
Not today, Skip. Not
Do you
today.
do that? I mean, you do still have your bonus action and a wee smidge of movement. So
Can I go into my Barbarian Rage after the fact as my bonus action?
Yeah. Well, it's not
much.
because it's still part of your turn. So if it was like someone else's turn, you went, "Oh shit, I didn't rage."
Yeah.
But it's still your turn, and it's.
It's just because I did it in the wrong order. It's fine. I accept
Yeah,
that.
before you hit something.
I
yeah.
accept it.
It's all good. So you suitably go into a rage just at the sheer smell. You're like offended by the smell of this creature. How
Right.
dare you smell like that?
Dig out my like
Yeah.
Yuldy Febreze or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Right. It is up to Eric again.
Dandelion, shots number 2, fire! Oh, for fuck's sake. Misfire!
Oh no! Dandelion!
Oh, dandelion. Dandelion. So yeah, Dandelion is out for the count now.
Okay.
Wah.
Womp womp, indeed. Curse you, Dandelion. Anything else in your turn?
No.
Okay.
No. Changing D20.
Jason?
Yeah, still inactive.
It's chilling.
I will count him inactive until you give him an order.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Excellent. I can do that. Ember.
Same as before, because I thought it was a safe bet. Don't want to hurt anyone now, especially now that Skip's in battle.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be 20 non-natural for 4
Right.
damage.
Hey, nice. Okay, dokes. Boop, Beishra.
I will continue to shoot
I will shoot at him.
with my hunters
With
mark.
the
Not that
arrow
nice
shoot.
though. That's dice. Oh, pants. 12,
Pants at him?
14. Fair
Sure
one.
doesn't wear pants.
Is it 14 to hit? Sorry.
Where
Yeah,
did
it
they come
was.
from?
14
That's
is
your
the armor
biggest
class.
concern at this
So
time.
Oh, is it?
yeah,
Awesome.
you meet
Good, because I rolled really good damage on that. I rolled
Good.
7 on the arrow and then 5 on the hunter's mark.
Nice.
As I get into a juicy, soft spot.
Hmm.
Mm.
I
Okay.
hope no like stankiness comes out.
I mean, it's not pleasant.
No.
Pats. Orc's turn now. Or.
Number four.
Number
Number four.
Oh,
Imhotep. Number 1 doesn't do it this time. Oh, he does number 2. Number 3 does though. Hey, number 3.
Yeah, he's no number 4
Real
though.
bad.
No number
I mean, it's
4.
still number 4,
No
but
number 4.
for 9 damage. Oh my god. Right. Number 4. He does hit.
God bless you, number 4.
Come on, number 4. Come on, number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 4 brings him. Oh, close. The thing's still
Oh.
standing, but it's like a stiff breeze is gonna knock.
We should invite
he's
number
looking-
4 to join the party.
Yeah.
number 4. That was like a skip level of damage there.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that was a big chunk.
Mhm.
Excellent. I mean, they don't get the bonuses you do, but yeah, that was a good hit.
Yeah.
Well done.
Mhm.
Well done, number 4.
On yourself.
We
number
like
4.
you, number 4. Yeah.
He's gonna die now.
He's
isn't
got a name badge that says number 4. Skipo.
Even though I can clearly see that it's kind of on its last legs now, I'll be like,
It's,
guys.
like, wobbling.
Yeah, it's like, ooh. This thing's real stanky. Just so you know. And then I go in to hit it with my axe, please, for 20 not
Uh-huh.
natural to hit.
That hits.
10, 12, 16 various damages.
Various damages. With the 1 hit point he had left, you deal the killing blow. Describe it to me. This large, manky creature.
Smelly, I assume. I'm gonna go in and just a solid kind of terser. Torso
What are you trying
hit.
to say? Oh, torso hit. What are you trying to say?
Beautiful.
Well done. You're on a roll tonight. I'm enjoying
And
it.
because
a
my
lot.
axe is on fire, it cauterizes the wound and the smell is reduced.
Okay.
That has
Smells like cooked
really
meat.
good.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do the hefty blow, sort of at the back of its head, and its
Sorry.
neck is thick enough that you kill it. It maybe hasn't gone all the way through, but it's you've felled this foul beast.
This foul,
and
stanky beast.
It falls still on the ground.
Congrats.
Talk
Rev
about
says
sale
that I
number
went
4.
for the turtle hit, which isn't too far off, really. So
Yeah. Turtle eclipse of the heart.
Turn
Oh,
around.
Turn around. Yeah.
God, sorry.
We're all having one of those nights, apparently. Yes, it has been felled. The orcs heave heavy breaths as they took a decent amount of damage there, especially number 4. He has a big, grievous wound.
Number 4.
We all
On
go
the
over and
shoulder.
chant number 4 as we go over approach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
at
at
him.
Number 4.
Number 4.
around him. You guys just decided to name them that because
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
my name's like Stuart, but no, it's number 4.
No, but to us, you're number 4.
I don't know what tonight is. I'm sorry, guys. It's fine.
No, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Embrace it for what it is.
Yeah. So with the heavy breaths of post-battle weariness, they all look your way, and number 4 is the one that speaks. He says, "Thank you for your aid."
In common or orcish?
Common.
Good.
He's reading the room.
Figures
Figures if he speaks Orcish at you, you may not respond.
You're
So,
like, bless you? What? Mm?
yeah, it's like that heavy accented, not like fully broken. I mean, he knows how to speak common, but
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
yeah,
Heavy.
he ain't heavy.
A hefty
He's my
ass.
Number
orc.
4.
He's number
Yeah.
4. He ain't heavy, he's number 4. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, someone else talk tonight, please.
You're welcome.
Eric?
You're here? What?
Speaking.
Who is she?
He says while fiddling with a broken dandelion.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what went wrong this time.
Broken down. What?
I heard dandle.
You
Have
not come.
What was a dandle?
Oh, the Hannah.
I'm really sorry.
if you had not come, more of my kin might have passed.
What is this thing? Does it
It
have
is
a
a-
name?
Catoblepus.
Oh, Catablepis.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Catablepis.
Blep. And that is not a Hannah-ism. Its name is Catoblepus.
I think we're broken. Okay.
It is a foul creature of the swamps.
Oh yeah. In all seriousness, I thought
Yeah,
it
when they
seemed familiar. Is what I say.
Yeah. And you have, I mean, you wasn't sure of the actual name, but you knew it sounded kind of silly. And then when he says it, you're like, oh yeah, Catoblepus. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the old Catoblepus. Yeah.
Are you?
You may
are
take a tusk as trophy if you wish. You have
It's very
earned it.
generous of you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Does it have any powers or medicinal benefit?
You.
Oh my goodness.
Medicinblip? He says, no, but it is trophy.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Thank you. Are you okay? Are you all okay? We heard the
No.
battle and we thought we'd come help.
He looks around. There's probably as many on.
Do He's like, do we look okay?
Yeah.
Half my companions
Yeah,
are
yeah.
dead.
Yeah, we have taken casualties, but such is the nature of life out here.
I'm well aware. I'm sorry. What is
Yeah.
your name?
So
number
he's like,
4?
I mean, he's definitely injured, but he's not the kind of person who's going to be like, can someone heal me? He's just, he's taking it on the chin or on
Well,
the
little
shoulder.
bitch. Who would do that? Gross.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna be like, what is your name? Sorry, in case we cross paths again.
I am Eridak.
Eridak.
Number 4 is Eridak.
4. Number 4 is Eridak.
No,
yeah.
like legit question.
He's-
Sorry,
Yeah,
we talked
yes,
number 4.
yeah.
Okay.
Eridak in brackets number 4.
Yeah, Eridak. I like that name. Suits him. Well, I'm Ember. I grew up around these parts, and we thought we'd come lend a helping hand to those in need.
No. I was like,
No?
would he have like heard of you? Because you're like a witch in the swamp, so he might have heard. I rolled a 1. It's like,
Oh.
yeah. That's
You
not
may
her.
have heard of me.
Swamp
Ember.
witch.
I'm kind of a big deal.
No.
It might have been a positive thing if you didn't know. I'm kind of a
Very
big
cool.
deal. If you heard of me, I have a business card. It says it is as dangerous as ever next to the swamps.
Mhm.
But after the rain, it must have driven this creature out.
Is that
Kinda gives
rain?
us
Yeah,
weird
I'm
towards-
loving the Russian or. I love it.
Thank-
Yeah, me too. Is this rain common around here? We're not from these parts, as you. Well, I'm not certainly.
In winter, yes.
Okay.
Well, stay safe. And
See
like,
ya.
I tell the
Yeah.
well, we're gonna
Yeah,
get
he
to
just kind of looks at you and he says, "Who are you all?"
we I don't know.
The nameless adventuring
Superhero
party.
poses.
Number 2. Number 4.
Adventuring party number 64.
We really need to get a name for this, guys. Side note, but
Yeah.
we
So-
we're on
Is
our
there-
way to somewhere important.
we're on a mission. We're trying to. Have you seen these black tears anywhere with a sense of evil or death?
I have seen no tears.
Cool. Thanks.
He gives you a nod. Fully believing his information is helpful.
Sure.
Well,
we have fun living life.
nameless ones.
Americ.
Thank you for your help. If you find yourself in this area and in trouble, you may ask of me again if you wish. To return the favor.
It's very kind. We will keep that in
Thanks.
mind.
Thank you.
Mm.
Kind sir.
Just kind of makes a gruff noise, and then the others beckon towards him. There's 2 women and a man. And a man and a man.
And a men.
They kind of come over and sort of like lead him off so that they can head more towards the main group so that they can get some kind of help to drag the bodies back, basically. Have whatever funeral rites are theirs.
Yeah, I would like
Um,
to have paid some like element of respect to those fallen orcs. They fought
Okay.
bravely. I said something like that to them.
Yeah.
What was his name again? Sorry.
Eridak.
Eridak.
Eridak. Thank you.
Shall we carry on?
Yes.
Oh, I can see a
Duh.
rat.
No, I can't see.
Oh, Michelle's Katarati awake.
Ratu.
Hello, cheeky
Ratu.
cheeky bug.
Yeah.
No. Bye.
Yeah, so it is the next day. And you set off back on the road again. It is nice on the road again. It is nice to be traveling again without the heavy rain. There's it's still what we Scots would call sappy dubs. But
Again.
it's
Nope.
No.
sappy
Just
dubs
you.
is a thing. You can Google it. It means wet mud. So yeah, it's very sludgy. The horses are still a little unhappy, but the heavy rain has passed at least, so they're a little. For a final to see before you get to the already pre-organized shiz. And D20 for me.
Could you repeat that? Because you
Can you roll
muted
D20
a
for
bit.
her?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
hear that on my end. Sure. 15? Oh.
Okay.
Is it to do with my son? I hope so.
No, we're just
Not
telling you
yet,
what's happening.
Oh.
Roll a D10 for me.
I'm excited. 7.
Okay. All right. So you travel the road for get a good few hours. You can tell that you're not far away. You've just got one more night to get through, and then you're on the day of arriving at the city.
Cool.
While you're traveling, you see on the side of the road, seemingly disrupted by the weather, perhaps yesterday, there's a cart that has overturned. There are some goods that have kind of strewn along the ground. And there appears to be unconscious, barely conscious. It's hard to tell from this distance, but there is someone sort of like flopped on the ground next to the cart.
Let us trot over and medical man this.
Yeah.
I
I would
want
like
medicine,
to
man.
go see if he's okay. Check do a medicine. Well, obviously he's not. He's lying on the floor. But I mean, like, what's happened to him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll a medicine check as you approach.
Certainly can do that for you.
And then I would like to perception check the surveying land.
Okay, roll the perception check for me then. What did you get, Ember?
10.
Okay,
Pretty well, my medicine.
definitely seems barely. He's not dead. And isn't fully like he's kind of there's breathing going on. He just seems a bit out of it. Perhaps had been knocked out or whatever. But is alive, just not fully with it right now.
Okay.
And what did Baisha get for her perception?
Just an 8, unfortunately.
It seems fairly normal. There was definitely a bit of swerving here along the ground. You can kind of see some tracks leading up to this point. And then the cart just kind of where the cart has toppled. So it does seem that rather than just a cart that has been upended, there was a bit of a swerve on the lead up. You know
Okay,
that
that's
much
fair.
at least. But roundabouts seems pretty regular to you. So yeah, you have this barely conscious guy. Maybe his 40s, sandy-haired human.
Can I kind of not shake him, but just like nudge him a bit, see if he wakes up?
Sure. You give him a bit of a nudge, and he does that. Like he's kind of, he's there. He's responding to you shaking him, but it hasn't like brought him back up again yet.
Skip's like daydreaming and assumed that was Eric making that noise. He like shoots around him. Like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Mm.
What are you thinking, Amber?
Don't know. I tell you guys, I'm like, well, he's alive at least. I'm trying to get him awake.
So maybe just had too much whiskey or something.
Maybe. What's in his cart?
I'd like to
Have a
go
look.
investigate.
Investigate the cart, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't take much investigation as it's kind of strewn all over the ground rather than being packed away anywhere. There appears to be knickknacks, bits and baubles for your good lady. Some jugs, and not the boobulas kind. So perhaps just goods to sell. It's like it's got reminiscent of ye olde car boot sale. Like items to sell off,
So
perhaps,
trash,
or
Could
basically.
Eric have a sniff?
no, I mean it doesn't necessarily look wholly trash,
Yeah.
but
You have to do some
it's
digging
not,
to get
it's
the good
not
stuff.
like someone who is a trader in pottery or a trader in
okay.
this. It's bits and pieces of things. So either he's taken stuff that's his to sell in the city, or these are items people have ordered that he is transporting into. It's hard to tell the motives behind it, but it's a mishmash of things.
Is there
So
anything that
Jake-
looks useful for a traveler?
Nothing of obvious use necessarily, unless you're into bits of crockery and a sort of decorative looking fire poker.
Can Eric have
Couple
a
nice looking boxes.
What's in the box?
Nothing. It's just got a really nice. One of them's got a bit of a mother of pearl looking inlay in some parts of it, so it's
Cute.
just little trinket boxes.
So I'll be like, ooh, like a box. Interested in the box. Be like, why make a box with nothing in it? And I'll just drop it in the mud.
Yep, pretty much.
Eric would like to have a sniff at jugs, or is it an empty jug?
It's an empty jug that smells like jug.
Jug.
What treasure? Okay.
Mhm.
I was
Jug,
after
jug,
beer,
jug.
but okay.
True.
Right. So is the man still not waking up properly?
It seems like either administering healing, or if any of you have healer's kits, or just a general medicine roll to try and bring him back to full consciousness beyond just a casual shock.
Sure,
Give me shock.
I'm not gonna make that dirty. Not gonna make that dirty. Can I do a medicine check just to roll?
Yeah.
I've actually got +2 on medicine, so I'm
Mhm.
17.
Nice. So you're aware of what to do should someone take a knock. I mean, given the nature of you being a proper mountain dwarf and working in workshops, you're aware of workplace injuries. So if somebody
We've had
happens
that.
to have knocked
It's not-
themselves out, it's not going to be the first time you've encountered something like this. So you know how to help him, rouse him gently, make sure you're not shifting his body too much in case some kind of proper injury. But when you do so, he awakens, seems bleedy, but with your assistance and making sure he's not taking anything serious to the spine, shall we say, you help him sit up a bit, and he kind of rubs his head. God. Oh, it's daytime. Where'd the rain go? He seems like that kind of
Really?
confused.
That's
You
your
know when
biggest
someone, when you see someone who's either either pulling a hypo with or in shock, you know, where they go
Yeah.
completely like doolally.
Whammy.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yep. So he's just seems a bit just confused, but is alive and awake now at least.
Are you okay there? What happened?
Oh yeah. Well, it was the storm, you see, and there was thunder, and it spooked the horse. It tried to run off, and the car took a knock. There must be a boulder or something back there. I'm not sure. And the car just completely. I mean, I just went arse over tit, if you will.
I was about to say.
Yeah, arse over tit. Well, I wasn't sure what happened.
Is the horse still
first-
there?
First thing I've. No, there's no sign of a horse.
No, he's not
Okay.
getting my other one. He's not getting him. I'm not giving him a third horse. He's my horse now.
So he rubs at his head again. So well, it's the last thing I remember.
What's
Are
your
you-
name, mate?
Elias. What's your name?
Eric.
Nice to meet you, Eric. And he holds out a hand.
Eric shakes it.
It's a bit
with
muddy,
the
but, you
wipes,
know. Yeah.
Gross.
Wipes it on Skip.
Yeah, he's got manners.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Simple
What's
folk
the worst
manners,
he
but
can do?
manners.
Toss me?
Toss the dwarf.
Okay.
Toss the dwarf.
I'm gonna toss a dwarf. Anyway,
Are you feeling better? Are you okay? Will you be able to keep going?
Head's a bit sore, but I'll manage. If you could help me get the cart back up again, I could go find help.
Is there any signs of like horse tracks, or they're gonna be long washed away?
You could try survival. It might be a high weather that's been going through the night. You can try.
Believe in you.
16.
There's definitely a disruption in the mud from at the front of the cart and veering off to the side, but it's not easy to make out as horse tracks. But you know, educated guess would suggest that something definitely was here and then scampered off.
Okay.
should we? Whenever we skek for his horse. I'm not exactly strong enough to help getting the cart up.
We should get the cart together.
I was going to say
It's
I
all
would
nice
like
and
to go and try
secure.
and lift the cart and get it sorted.
And
Okay.
then we'll try maybe find the horse.
Sure. I would say whoever wants to try to help can roll strength rolls for me.
Guys, remember,
Just
lift from your knees, please. Not your back. Bend.
I'll try. So why not? I get up and go over and
Just
try.
Strength.
Skip is showing you all like A plus.
Yeah, like
how to
safety in the
posture a
workplace.
lift.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Eric will help.
Okay.
I'm like
roll
holding
your
on at one point.
Strength for me. Yeah.
You're sure I lift you as
friend-
well.
Yeah, you're doing like.
Might actually be
Oh,
one.
I'm helping.
Like me in any situation ever. Just the same. Perfect.
Amber, what'd you get?
I got 17.
Check
Well
me out.
done.
Thank you.
Girl, you go, girl.
And Eric, what'd you get?
6.
Skip, what'd you get?
19.
Okay. I'd say between the first two rolls, definitely you guys are lifting. Eric, you kind of probably start off helping, and then it just gets a little too high. It's harder for you to leverage.
On
But you're
tippy toes.
helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm helping. Like Eric.
But you guys
sure.
managed to get the cart righted again.
Cool. Team
It is
effort,
beautiful
guys.
that
Well
they're
done.
Not helping.
Yeah, and Elias kind of comes over and he's thank you so much for your help. You're very kind. I'll
Yes,
I
I know.
have neighbors not too far from here. I can seek help and they'll be able to help me get to the town.
We can... Guys, let's get real for a minute. We can give this guy a lift. We can help him get to his friend's house at least. Ember, you don't need to give him your other horse.
Like slowly edging away from you, like what?
I can see you like standing on top of 2 horses. I know you have another horse.
Trying to hide them behind each other.
Really, it is no bother. It's not far, and I'm sure you have stuff to do, and you've helped so much already. I'll probably take a wee break.
Yeah.
And he kind of points towards this like little rocky outcrop to sit on, just to catch my breath and right myself.
Okay.
And then I'll head off to my.
I think we righted.
He's an awful one for plying me with the booze, when I go around. So we may not be able to move the cart till tomorrow, but it's fine.
Okay, well, you have a merry
Okay.
old evening then, Elias.
Stay safe. Don't drink in cart.
Yeah. Excellent. And before you guys head off, he says, "I do have one thing I can give you. It's a
Ooh,
curious
did they
item. I've
flash
never."
yourself, Paul?
I went
Yes,
really
give us the
Scottish,
thing.
didn't I?
Yeah.
As soon as I'm like,
I thought
like,
it was Welsh to begin with.
yeah, it's just
Straight
country
out
folk.
of Pontypandy.
Font bandy. Yeah. So he kind of has a bit of a rummage through and he says, "This one doesn't really match the set, so I was going to see if anyone wanted it, but without the." And he kind of pulls out this jug with like a handle on it, and it's got some pretty designs on it. Crude. It's not like beautiful scenes, but it's like little swirly patterns in a kind of teal color. And he says, so if you want this as a reward, because I don't know what would have happened to me if I'd just been there.
Thank you. You're very generous.
I'll take it and I'll put it in the bag of holding quickly before
No.
the thing escapes.
Oh, it's still.
Because do I mean that? I don't know if it's worth the risk.
No,
For a novelty
absolutely
jug.
not. Fucking just tie it to the fucking horse.
Alright, okay, don't
Just
do
to the
that.
back of the horse.
Give Melonius a job. You can-
That's true, he can carry the fancy
Oh.
jug.
He didn't need a job. His job is to be there looking beautiful.
Question, does this jug in any way remind me of the jug from What's This Plus, The Fancy Man and the King of Rumark? Is it a similar aesthetic?
No, that was very bejeweled and beautiful,
Oh,
fancy pants. This
that's
is
a piece of pish. Okay, cool.
It's like the kind of, it's the British countryside, porcelain ware, I guess, that you would see on like Antiques Roadshow.
Okay,
Like it's pretty,
yeah,
um,
I'm with you.
and it has that kind of country rustic feel to it.
Mm.
But it seems nice. It's unusual. Not your run of the jug.
Yeah.
So he kinda
Our
passes that over.
next break, I would like to look at it and appreciate it because, as a man who appreciates fancy things, I feel like
Yeah.
it's maybe not practical for being on the road, but I appreciate it nevertheless.
Sure.
On that note, next time we stop, I'd like to actually sit down and repair Dan.
Sure.
Okay.
So you guys, he bids you adieu. Very, very thankful. And he does plan on just having a bit of a seat to let his head clear before going to his palace. Probably drinking a bit too much whiskey and then coming back to try and move the cart.
I see no way that could possibly go wrong.
Yeah. But yes, you guys set off. You travel for a little bit, and you can see. You pass by it rather than having to cross it. There's a smaller river. It's certainly not the major river in the area, but it's a tributary. But it's going very, very fast and seems to burst its banks a little bit.
Oh.
So it's looking like an angry river. It's yeah. So you guys kind of pass by and take a look of it, because you know that you're gonna have to cross the river in order to get to the city of Midvar.
Okay.
Yeah, but you get to the edge of the main river, and again, it's burst its banks, and it's certainly looking precarious to cross over the main bridge. But crossing it should be okay here. However, it is nighttime, so it's up to you if you want to try to press on through the night, or if you want to.
Let's play it safe. I don't. Sorry.
Okay.
How wide did you say the river was? Even with its burst banks.
The little one was.
What was it?
It's a tributary, the one that you've passed, or initially, which was perhaps
For non-geology people, explain
10
please.
to 15 feet. It's not too far. It's not like a giant torrent river, but it's substantial enough, especially now that it's burst its banks and it's getting bigger.
Okay.
But
That's
you
fair.
guys are kind of approaching. You can hear more than you can. The main river in this area, the River Dole, Dole. So you can hear it because it's definitely sounding that. You know that sound that rivers get when they're clearly chocked up full of water after heavy rain. So you can hear it ahead of you. It's only roughly half a day-ish travel to get to the outskirts of the city, but it's up to you if you want to camp first or just keep going.
I think it might be dangerous to cross this river in the dark if anything goes wrong. Well,
Yeah.
at night.
Mhm.
Well, team, what do you think? I'm
So-
sorry, it's...
I agree. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. I'd like to find
Okay.
a relatively sheltered spot to camp.
Yep.
Away from the river.
Mm-hmm, in case
That's
that
fine.
bad boy floods some more.
Cool. Do we have a watch order?
I will take first watch because I sit there down the line.
Okay.
I'll go second. And keep pretty warm for the fire.
Beishra, your pick.
Was it between the last two?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I'll fourth.
So third it is. For me.
Right, Eric, Ember, Skip, Beishra. Can I get the super perception, please? Eric first.
18.
18. Nice. You can hear the river. It's still very heavy, which suggests that if it's still heavy this late on after the rains, you can tell that there was rain inland as well that is trying to wash its way out of this river. But other than that, it's fairly uneventful. Ember.
I rolled 19.
Check it out, guys.
Nice.
Mm.
Can I do my Tinker's tool check?
Yeah. You can roll that. 10 plus the misfire score, yeah?
Hmm?
10 plus
Yeah.
the misfire
Well,
score.
it's 17. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, you were good.
Dandelion is reborn.
Dandelion!
She rises. Glorious.
Yeah. Adrian! Okay. Skip.
That would be a solid 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
7.
You can still hear a lot of water.
Makes
That's
Skip
quite
need
cool.
to pee, I think.
Yeah. He probably has to go pee like a couple times on his watch.
Yeah.
Cool. And last but not least, Beish.
Just a straight perception.
Mm-hmm.
18 plus 4, 22.
Ooh,
Check you
girl.
out.
20.
No, girl.
Nice.
Girl.
My hands are too cold to click. God damn it.
Yeah. You can hear the general calling of animals at night. You know, like when you're if you stay close to where fields of animals are, like sheep and cows and stuff, you can still kind of hear them at night sometimes. You can hear general noises, which I guess to you suggest there might be more bad weather on the way. Because they don't seem like there's a wolf in my field. It's just a general unsettling of the animals through the night.
Okay.
They're just being a bit noisier to each other, so it's like they're communicating. And that is what you hear. Morning breaks. The light drizzle that had been has stopped for now. You can still hear the rush of the river, slightly less than certainly still going. And you are free to make your travel towards the thing.
Onwards.
Today.
Go to warm bed and beer.
Can I
Taverns and cooked food.
That's true.
Ah,
Sorry. So we still need to cross this bridge, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to float across it and tie a rope to something. Is there something I can see over there that's sturdy? Just in case.
Yeah. As you approach the bridge, in fact, before you even get
Oh.
to that, you see a curious sight off to the side. Sort of just off slightly from the road, but near where the river is. And it's an interesting sight. It looks like a group of 4 halflings who are all like crouching. Some look like they're screaming and holding their heads. But it's like made of stone.
oh fuck.
Oh,
Just kind of
Shit.
grouped together, just off the.
We didn't see them last night.
Nope.
That's not to say they weren't there last night, because our perceptions were a mixed bag.
There was
Yep.
3 very high and
Oh, that's true. Well,
Which is you.
Mixed bag.
You were the weak link in this team.
I was
18, 19, 7, 22.
I mean, it was a
Bully.
mixed bag.
It was a mixed
right?
bag.
Nah, you're just shite.
Lol. Yeah.
I
Right.
Didn't
would
hear anything.
like to investigate further.
Roll an investigation.
Or maybe not.
Mixed bag.
8. Solid 8.
Halfling made of stone.
Cool.
Can I go and have a look around, see if there's anything around them that, like any belongings or anything that they may have had if they were alive at
Sure.
any point?
Here, roll an investigation for.
Oh, I don't have anything to add to that. 12.
Mixed bag.
Mixed
There
bag.
isn't really anything on the ground. There's nothing on the ground other than the halfling.
Look at these cute
Can I
little
do
statues,
his-
guys. Who put these here?
Can I do a history check with stone?
They look really interesting.
Sure.
Nine.
What the fuck, guys?
Mixed bag.
Mixed bag.
This is a solid shit bag right
Um,
here, so.
It's hard to tell. I mean, if these have indeed been carved, it's really fine detail. Like, you're impressed by this masonry.
Mm.
Really impressive.
Obviously.
Oh, and
dwarf.
why would they be put here as well? How bizarre.
Art
Just a
can appear
decorate. I
anywhere.
know, right? Art is
Oh, okay.
subjective.
Yeah.
All art is art.
All life is a stage.
I'd be fine with moving on because I think they're beautiful
Yeah,
and
that
there
was-
they are.
Baysher, have you seen these statues? Aren't they cute? What is art?
Fish isn't sure what to think.
What?
Can I look around and see if there's any on the floor, like there's tracks or anything? It's not my forte at all. But I'm fair, like... No, never mind. Shut up.
You would have reasons.
Really?
Sure.
I'm not sure I
Eyeball. Yeah.
would. But thank you,
Not-
kind DM.
Well, I mean, you were a nomadic Goliath. wandering
Yeah,
around
but
like
I
you know.
my hesitation is the fact that I didn't notice these last night, but that's not to say that I didn't notice them because they weren't there. I didn't notice them because my roll was absolute gash.
Well, you just didn't. You weren't aware of any sounds through the night.
Yeah,
Doesn't
it
mean
was-
you
yeah,
wouldn't
it
think
was
to look for footprints.
Yeah.
I guess so. Well, the point is moot because I rolled a 10, so whatever.
Not really. I mean, there's clearly been footprints to and from the city along the path that you're on, and you can tell because it's wet. It's easier to see.
Hmm.
Nothing so much at the statue, although you see the occasional footprints that seems to wander a little closer and then wander away again.
Humanoid footprints?
Yeah.
Animal?
A boot.
A boot? Okay.
Just
cool.
one.
Just the one. They're hopping.
Just the single boot.
Where boot?
Shall we cross this river, guys?
Yep.
Must be the cows wearing boots.
Mm.
Yeah. And yeah.
Say so good.
It's looking safe enough. Like the water is getting close to the bridge, but it's
Okay.
still below the
Is
bridge,
it
so you're not going to
around the like foundation kind of structure bits?
be wading through water. This is a proper stone bridge.
Fine. Then I don't bother with a rope. Famous last
Alright.
words. Perhaps.
Take it easy
Onwards.
with the horses.
Yep.
Mhm.
So you guys cross over the bridge, confused by art? Question mark. And pass over the bridge and away from the raging river. As you do so, you start to see on either side of you small sproutings of settlements, so about 4 or 5 houses here and there down the riverbank. and ahead of you, it's quite easy to see now that you're on this side, just because you've come over a slight rise on the fairly hill. You can see down this gentle slope now, a pretty big expanse of a city. I mean, it's not huge. It's not the biggest in Rumark, but for those of you who were Calfred's probably the biggest bit of settlement you've seen. This is quite a large city. A lot of buildings. It is a walled-in city.
Okay.
And you can see a very clear and obvious main gatehouse towards the end of this road.
Interesting.
And you guys are on the approach to the city Midway. And that is where we're going to start for the night.
Oh, city
To
of
the
Midvar,
pub.
did you say?
To the city? Yeah, Midvar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay!
City
We survived the
adventures!
journey, and we
did survive the
we
journey.
profited. Got
Did
we?
a
You did.
Got a
horse,
jug?
an egg, a bear trap,
That's
jug,
true. I should say, all
actual treasure.
all the time I'll have been kind of snuggling up to Eggle.
You've probably fashioned with a various bit of fabric.
Yes.
A small
papoose.
egg
A small egg papoose.
under your own cloak.
Correct.
It's very like Cool Runnings, you know, where he keeps the egg. Me egg.
Me egg.
Yeah.
My like.
Although
notes
it's
tonight are
bigger than
mostly
that.
about
It's
Eggle.
like, yeah, the egg's bigger than your average egg. But yes. So yeah, you guys have approached the city. It was a fairly profitable and not super dangerous travel, at least. Good. Now, although you did fight the Catoblepa. I'll show you a picture now.
Is this a
For those of
legit
you
thing?
not aware or not curious, yeah, it's in guide rather than your traditional monster manual.
You say Xanathar's guide.
No, Volo's guide.
Oh, got you.
Ooh, he has a long neck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like some sort of
Hey.
mammoth sauropod.
It is. Where are we? Blah blah blah. It's a conglomeration of a bloated buffalo, dinosaur, warthog, and hippopotamus.
I can relate to that.
And it's got few redeeming qualities.
It's got what? Sorry, what quality?
Few redeeming qualities.
Oh,
Same.
It's a big, stinky mass of yuck swamp.
same.
But they're pretty cool. But they're swampy creatures, so yeah, you approach and you help the orc. So you've got a
Orc
mild,
friends.
Okay,
number
plus
four.
the
Orc.
reputation
Orc
with
help,
orcs.
but certainly
Orc,
with
orc,
Eridak.
Yeah, Eridak number 4. Cool.
Number 4.
What's the
Cool.
Number 4.
Latin word for? Is it
Pass.
I used to know.
Yeah.
quartus?
I did higher Latin. Who am I?
Oh my
Of course
are
I
you?
did.
Nerd.
Christ,
know.
private school.
Ah.
So one thing I want to say to chat, for those who are there, and we can also stick this up on Twitter, I want you guys to tweet at us your suggestions of what
no.
the group name should be.
Oh.
I'm curious to see what you think, and then we can put together some of our favorites and make a little straw poll for everyone.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Mm.
Groupie McGroup face is not acceptable.
Scottish tradition to name things Gritty McGritface. Yeah, that would be good. Also, feel free to name yourselves. You know?
I mean, we've
Um,
held it this long.
I know.
We're
I
too cool
feel
for
like-
names.
I
We
feel
don't
like
need labels to identify
They've
it.
earned,
Mm.
they've
Sorry,
earned the
Tina.
right to call themselves something.
No, sorry. We'll still be the Lore Maidens, but like in game group
Game
name.
group. Yeah.
Yeah. The actual group as they travel,
Yeah.
and people are like, "Who are you?"
Since half the
You
group
know.
are in fact male characters, like
Yeah.
Maidens is
Maidens is a
cutting
bit-
fine.
yeah.
We're already cutting it a bit fine having one non-maiden who is absolutely the fairest maiden. Don't get me wrong, Andrew. So much so that hang
Yep.
on 1 second.
Oh, he has his own attack command.
Yes. Thank you,
Yes, no, it's just a name for the group, just to get some suggestions. It may well come up organically while they're traveling, because now they're no longer a part of the Ebon Guard officially, at least while they're on this part of their journey. So it may well come up in game, but just if you guys want to contribute.
I quite like Rev's idea of group number 4.
Yeah,
Not
Reverend
gonna
Ross
lie.
is
Number 4.
before.
But yes,
Been
and that
before
goes
us.
for you two players. Feel free to also tweet out some suggestions. I think it'd be good just to get a hive mind going.
Yeah.
I think that would be great. But yes, that is us for tonight. And
Hell yeah.
we'll see
we
you next week where the
survived.
guys are proper city adventure, which we've not had yet.
I know,
We're
I'm
in the
looking
big
forward to being in the
city.
big city.
Oh my god, we're country
It's gonna
yokel.
be like
The big city now.
Pretty much.
A
right?
montage as we walk through the big city and see all these new things.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
music montage.
Eric drinks all the new things.
I picture
Mhm.
us like in the Wizard of Oz, like approaching like the clearly like 2-dimensional picture of the Emerald City. You can't see my hand, but it's here.
Yeah.
Walking up to a wall right now.
So I've got this image of everybody skipping along arm in arm. Eric like off the ground,
He's a toddler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
getting slung between Ember and Skip or something.
I love it. I love
That's
it.
funny.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us tonight, guys.
Thank
And
you.
hopefully see you next week for City Shenanigans.
Yeah. Thank you,
It's gonna
Emma.
be
That was a
great.
good session.
Yeah,
You're
Apologize
welcome.
for having no brain tonight, but whatever. What's
Oh,
new?
that's all right.
What's
It was
new?
entertaining to watch.
Hilarious. Yes.
Cool.
Blip, blip, blip.
Get a
Blur
bird.
words.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys.